You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lem. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
I heard who I smoke. I was in they hood the second night. I'm trying to get a dog to the arms. Let's play Fortnite. Who I smoke. Look to I wonder. Ain't you a bitch? Swear to God, ain't get no clap back. When Bo got killed, boy, his face was all in your line. 2 times died, you was fine, make a Snapchat. 4 niggas hit, 3 died, that's some new bad. Smoking 23, that boy died on his birthday. Fuck nigga, happy birthday. I got him a present, but he dead, he can't celebrate. Happy birthday, 23. Happy birthday. Damn, you can't even see. Go out your count. Damn, now you at the deceased. Who you smoking on? 23. 23. Happy birthday, 23. That's on God, man.
We have learned a lot about those 4 victims. A family friend of Kenyatta and Trevon Bullard tells News4Jax that the 2 brothers were out with Royale Smith and Jacoby Grover Tuesday night celebrating Smith's birthday when the celebration turned to tragedy. Police say the men were all riding together in this car on Town Center Parkway when people in another car that pulled up beside them started shooting at them. Kenyatta Bullard, who goes by the nickname Ace, was the only person in the car who survived the attack. A family friend says Kenyatta Bullard is an aspiring rap artist. His younger brother, Trevon, goes by the name Quan. He had just graduated from Ridgeview High School last week. Kashawn Price graduated with him. He says he learned about Trevon's death through social media.
I went on my Instagram, it was all over my feed.
A shooter or shooters on the run after 4 teens are gunned down to the south side. What we're learning about the men killed in a drive-by shooting. 18-year-old Trevon Bullard, 19-year-old Jacoby Grover, and 18-year-old Royale Smith. They lost their lives late last night.
Police say the shooter followed the 3, along with a 4th survivor, from a restaurant at the St. John's Town Center to the Town Center Parkway, then opened fire. Sheriff Mike Williams says this shooting is gang-related, not an accident.
Not a random act of violence, obviously.
A viral picture of Yungeen Ace that was involved in a retaliatory shooting after the death of Zion Brown occurred back in 2017. And in 2018 is when this retaliatory shooting happened against the 3 teens in Yungeen Ace who were leaving Town Center celebrating the birthday of 2-3, who happens to be Yungeen Ace's little brother. And during this shooting, the 3 young teens happened to lose their life, and Yungeen Ace escaped barely by a hair. And it's a viral picture that's going around Reddit. That's right, the social media site where people have discussions and they talk about all kind of things, hip hop related, and everything else that you can name of. And it's a viral picture of 2-3 and Yungeen Ace on the crime scene there. And the deceased body of 2-3 is being shown on the Reddit site in a picture. And also Yungeen Ace's body is also on the ground looking up at 2-3, right? Looking over at him. And you can see all this, in the picture. And many people are starting to reshare this picture from back then. And Zion Brown happened to be Foolio's cousin who was killed in that shooting, right? When an individual went off inside the home, broke inside the home, and started shooting at the family that was in there. And Zion Brown happened to be killed in that shooting. And like I said, this was a retaliatory shooting that happened to Yungeen Ace and the 3 teens that was in that vehicle the following year. Okay? So this is where all this is coming from. And this pic that's being recirculated is from that crime scene that night. And the ATK members who happen to be ATK Kesey and Fallout Sosa, they have responded to what everybody is talking about and the viral pic that's being reshared of 2-3 and Yungeen Ace after that shooting. The ATK members would respond to the viral pic being reshared of 23 and Yungeen Ace after that shooting. And ATK Kesey says that post 23 all y'all want to. Just know a lot of pics got taken after him too, right? And then Fallout Sosa had to say in his Instagram stories that, hey, chill out, with a bunch of blood drop emojis, right? And Fallout Sosa also posted, later on in his stories that, hey, y'all don't really want to do this, you know what I'm saying? Because I have dead pics of all the ops after all these shootings, at least 5 of them. This is what Sosa is saying. He says he has the pics of all the ops that were killed as well. And they don't want to really start posting these pictures because he has 5 of them in his possession that he can post if he wanted to. Now, we all know that, pictures were floating around the internet, and some were said to be not of Foolio. And it was a main pic with Foolio's car on the scene with the car doors open and a Foolio slumped over, heading from the front passenger seat going into the back seat, lying on his face, deceased from what it looks like. And we don't quite know who actually took that photo, but speculations were that law enforcement took that photo and indeed leaked it to the public somehow, right? And so we do know that photos of Foolio were probably also taken, right? But with ATK Yungeen is saying, that could be related to all the people that they're saying, that also lost their life after the incident with the 3 young teens who lost their life in that Yungeen Ace shooting that Yungeen Ace happened to survive, right? So it's unclear if he's talking about more pics of Foolio or not. But yeah, Fallout Sosa is definitely saying he has more pics, at least 5 of them. Fallout Sosa will even go as far as the naming names of the alleged pics that he has. He says Rico was busting it like a stripper in one of the pics of him being deceased, whatever that means. He said Jake was lying on the wheel and 6 was in the car taking a nap still. And the guy from Milwaukee, right? He's saying whoever was from Milwaukee, he also got hit up. And then he said that we all seen a pic of Bibby's head, right? Because they were saying that Bibby was indeed shot in his head, okay? And he was addressing Reddit and said, Reddit, do I need to keep going? So this is Fallout Sosa replying to the Reddit discussion, right? Of the pic of 23 that was deceased on the scene and Yungeen Ace that was, in the pic, looking over at 23, right? And like I said, Yungeen Ace, barely escaped that shooting because he could have also lost his life as well, like the other 3 teens that were in that car. So y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. And do y'all think the Jacksonville war will be over anytime soon? That, now Foolio is gone. So, will this thing be over? Or, has it been too much bloodshed at this point for this thing to finally end? Because ain't no time limit on get back, as we all know. And many will say, nah, this is just the beginning. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. And until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, her, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.